So half an hour after I announce that I'm ready to stream, I'm actually ready to stream. I have had an absolutely miserable time dealing with Uber customer support. So in order to try and get the stream done on time, sorry to start with a customer service complaint, but I thought I would share so that my minor status as a Twitch person can not affect an incredibly large company, but at the very least can make me feel a little bit better. So it was really clear that I was going to be running quick from work to home. I thought it would be good to order something in. So not only did the delivery person comes in, I go meet them. It's the wrong order. It's somebody else's completely one. So inform them of the fact. Hey, you should know what's going on. They run off. No idea what's happening. The car isn't moving anywhere on the screen, anything like that. So this prompts probably about 15 minutes waiting for a customer service representative who eventually marks the order as delivered and then informs me that I can receive payment on my original form, but the tip will be, they said they're making it right by sending the payment to the original form. But the tip has to be given in Uber Cash as per their policy. And I point out, I'm sorry, I realize it's a small amount of money, but this is not an acceptable solution. This doesn't make me whole. What has happened is this is a transfer of money from me into the Uber account. And it's obvious, I'm sure most of you can figure out at this point, I don't really intend to use this again. While I'm writing this, they just end the chat. So I then have to wait in the queue. This time, at least, it was only 10 minutes. And the person just invokes the policy. And I'm like, look, you have not delivered a service. This is a wealth transfer from me into your firm. And I'm clearly not going to use this again. But obviously at this point, it's, apparently citing the policy is enough. And of course, it's a small enough value that, nothing's going to come of it. If I was insane enough to do some sort of small claims court thing, I believe I would need to spend $100 to even put the thing in. Like, clearly that isn't a completely unhinged reaction to something like this. But like the point I make, and have clearly not been heard on this, is that the easy option for this was not to list the order as completed. That would have avoided the tip. And there's not even an acknowledgement of responsibility on their part here. So I don't know. Like, obviously, it's not great to be waiting. I was ready to start at 7 based on that order. Didn't happen. So now I'm out dinner. I'm out an hour. And I'm out apparently the $5 for the tip. So can't say I'm feeling great, but I will open up XCOM 2, and hopefully playing a game I like will remove the negative customer experience that I had. And I mean, again, the difficulty with so this is one thing that I tend to find with large companies where there's a negative interaction. Like, I think Uber is a well-regarded company. I think the drivers dislike working for it, but I think a lot of people use it. It's a very sticky business. I think this is true for Amazon. The thing is, I learned, I haven't used Amazon since COVID. So, I mean, obviously I'm on Twitch, but I mean, the only money that Amazon gets from me is the 50% of my revenue. So it is actually not really a big thing to cut this sort of stuff out of your life. I don't have the patience to deal with this sort of stuff. But what really sucks out of this is that I was really looking forward to doing War of the Chosen with you. I do actually have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I can't go too late. The truth of the matter is that this is a stream that's starting an hour later than it should have, not really because of any sort of like work urgency or anything like that, but rather, you know, someone decided to, you know, to make a bad situation worse, you know, because it was more convenient for them. But you didn't sign up to hear me mope, so 5 minutes is long enough. Olaf. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of these ones. The thing that, okay, so I will, just because of you mentioned the Amazon thing, one of the things that surprises me the most about this personally is that there will be people, and like some of the people I've said this to are people who are like very big on, you know, anti-big business. Like these are true socialists in like a very literal sense. I am not, but you know, this does not mean that I sort of carry water for, you know, for any given business. Like my view is that like I think being pro-business is being pro-business is fine, but like, you know, counter to the interests of a consumer or whatever. Like that is just such a dumb position to have. Like it's not like they're going to give you a discount on products and services for being, you know, a loyal consumer. I think there are like my whole capitalist thing is that, you know, you let people advocate for their interests, right? You know, a business sets the price that it thinks is appropriate for its business. People can decide to take the price or not, and that largely sort of applies to most markets like labor and that. And I also feel that there's a role for government to play because it's really clear that there are examples of market failures and they need to be set out. So like I think this is a very normie position to have on a lot of these things. It was really weird that like I'll hang out with proper socialists who feel that the government should own business, and they'll consider like the fact that I don't use Amazon to be like this seemingly impossible or like this great sacrifice that I'm making. I'm like, no, they're dicks. I had a very expensive thing that well, expensive for me, that I ordered, and like they gave me receipt paper instead of the thing, and like it was really clear that they thought I was trying to rob them. And like, if you've ever had a problem with Amazon, you'll notice they start taking away customer service options. Like I eventually got in touch with someone who had basically like an authority to reverse an account of that much. But I genuinely think that somewhere in an Amazon database, this is listed as something that was properly delivered, and that just like was a customer care thing for a large amount. But like, it's why I don't order like computer parts or anything with them. I can't afford that, right? Any percentage chance that's larger than zero that computer hardware is not going to be delivered, and you know the firm will not cover the mistake, is too much for me. So, you know, it's the same thing with Uber, right? I can't rely on it to. I think this is kind of the principle. Sorry, I said I was going to stop whining about this, but the principle at play here for me, right, is that it has now been demonstrated to me that I cannot rely on, you know, the timely delivery of food. Now, I've ordered from Uber before. It's been late before. I've had situations where they just straight up deliver the wrong thing, you know, and at that point I just take a photo. So, like, having had that experience, you know, I should have just accepted it, taken a photo, and like presumably the whole thing would have been annihilated then, right? But that's not how they decided to do it. What they said was, you know, we'll quote unquote make it right by refunding the value of the order from the restaurant. and then restored the direct cash amount because apparently it was sent directly to the driver. So what this means is that I can rely on Uber making sure some amount stays with Uber more than I can rely on its delivery to come to me. And I'm like, well, that doesn't seem like a very good set of incentives. Maybe I'm going to try and find, places that are open later, close by the next time I want to, cheat and order something for stream. And, to me, it actually seems like a very rational and calculated way of going through my life. I have a chance that, I will have a mediocre meal, delivered, at a somewhat convenient time. But there's a chance that I'll get nothing and the stream will be late, the whole reason why I'm doing this thing. And of course I have to ruin everybody's day with complaining about this stuff. Or, I impose some inconvenience. I impose some certain lateness to the stream starting. And, I just have something that I'm in more control of. It's the same reason why I walk most places, because the buses are too unreliable. So I realize this probably makes me sound like a complete nightmare to deal with in customer service sense, but actually, I like to think I'm quite decent. I was polite during all of the interactions. But time for me to experience true hardship.
Hey, Commander. Pickings are slim, but I'm hoping we find a few more recruits who can handle a wrench. I could use the help.
So I'm thinking we need to finish the 3 days before we go after the Chosen. But I do want to come after the Chosen in this case. So I can build the radio relay, or I can. Oh, is there nothing for me to follow up on right now?
Didn't I warn you about pursuing the Elder's artifacts? You're not leaving me a lot of options, and your soldiers are the ones who will pay the price.
Power coil shielded. A new room is now available for constructing a facility. Loot recovered 30 Illyrium crystals.
Power relay construction initiated.
All right, so we've got a couple free engineers. So this was the main thing that I wanted to do here, of course, was get all of the Avenger cleared out quickly enough. So boost the resistance contacts. Now I'm thinking maybe the upgrade would be a good purchase at this point. Yeah, decreasing project time is nice, but I think we can achieve that through other means. I don't think I need to boost the power quite yet. Oh, apparently, never mind. Apparently I do. Of course, that sort of undoes the reason for purchasing the upgrade.
Resistance communications facility upgraded.
Okay, so back to the bond training.
Finally, we arrive upon the asylum of those depraved enough to defy the Elders.
A Chosen is
Your friends would be wise to beg forgiveness with their final breaths.
A Chosen is clamped down on resistance activities in this region, reducing the area's supply income.
Our friends in the Resistance are paying a heavy price with the Chosen running loose. We should do what we can to take them down before they hit again.
Alright, so let's just make sure we've got... okay, we've still got bond training and a covert action. Oh dear. All right. So I was hoping that we would be able to go straight to the Chosen, but new targets acquired. We've acquired new targets for our guerrilla operations against Advent, Commander. So we have got Operation Demon Beast, recover an item from an Advent vehicle. So all Advent soldiers are completely immune to environmental hazards like poison, fire, and ice. That's the one that stops. We've got a very difficult mission with Operation Bloodsoaked Vanguard, which will take out loyalty among thieves. When any chosen gains information about XCOM, a portion is passed along to the assassin as well. I think I can live with that one because we are going to be popping a few chosen reasonably soon. And Operation Stone Tears, which has a lower difficulty, and Advent Rural Checkpoints decreases the supplies given at the next resistance supply drop by 50%. So, I mean, all of these are unfortunate, but I feel like this one is much more manageable. So, let's go to New India.
Setting course for India.
I'm going to have to be a little choosy in terms of my squad, given that we are going to want to go after the Chosen almost immediately after. I am also aware that I didn't. I'm aware that I didn't set us up for viewers here. I just I kind of wanted to get into the game, given that I was late. Okay, I guess we don't have a ranger to apply. Oh, now we can add volcano. Oh, that's not a ranger. So Holly Johnson is another sharpshooter. Not sure how I feel about that, but yeah, so we've got Coyote. Well, let's do our best. So that's Tina Bell is the other. See, the thing here is that this many Grenadiers really strikes me as something that I want to be bringing against the Chosen. But anyways, we'll do what we can. Let's pick some upgrades. Okay, so first of all, we will equip her with a spider suit. Alright, let's go for it. Anyways, Olaf, thank you for hanging out with me, and I know it's a little annoying to hear somebody rant about...
5x5.
This is the problem, right? It's like, you know, you didn't do anything. You're not the one who should have to listen to the customer service complaint. I just needed to get it out of my system, so I'm not like sulking the whole.
We an exposed access point on the Advent network that we could use to intercept critical data on the aliens' latest operation. But the terminal is somewhere inside one of their facilities in this area. We don't get too many opportunities like this, so we're moving in to hack that workstation. Eliminate any hostile contacts and secure the surrounding area. Recover whatever you can. We need that data if we're going to stop their progress.
Alright, Operation Stone Tears. Hack the workstation at the Advent facility, neutralize enemy targets, recover automation systems designed from Advent Network. And it has been a little while since I've done XCOM 2, so I am going to save at the start. Obviously, I'm going to try and minimize the amount of reloading.
1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
But
We're operating in the shadows.
I'm not going to consider it some sort of major point of pride either. It's, you know, I'm going to do my best with the circumstances I find myself in. Okay, so probably the Ranger's the best one to... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I wanted to... Okay. Actually, at this point, let's just...
Moving out.
Probably I should count myself pretty lucky for not getting hit by that. Now the really tricky part here, like the main fight's going to be happening in this area, so it would be almost perfect to have a sniper sort of sitting up on top like this. But realistically, that's never going to work. Now I do think it's true though that I don't have a whole lot. Like, there's not a lot for me to worry about in the area, it feels like, so...
Move.
It's really the network shutdown that's the... Excuse me. That's going to be the big pressure.
Stepping off.
Two snipers feels really weird to be bringing on a mission like this, but... Okay, so my people really want to smash.
That's affirmative.
Really want to smash doors and windows and such.
Headed there now.
Closing on target position now.
I mean, not a whole lot of options here, but...
On my way.
Alright, Ellen Ripley. You know what? This seems doable.
No need to ask twice.
I'm sure there's going to be some awkwardness moving around the civilians here, but... I definitely hear something to the right.
Got a group of hostiles over here.
So this does invite the question, do I want to try and take them on, or do I want... and... you know what? Let's learn about consequences. Now this interests me. Oh, thank you, Olaf. So, oh, I get it. Okay. So my biggest worry here is that I'm gonna like run through something that causes an alert, but I think the reason why it's saying there's an alert here is because I'm running into this tile, and it seems like this one's going out and around. So I'm gonna see what. Oh, but there's the. Okay. I'm gonna chicken out a little bit and move up here instead.
Twice.
This thing looks ready to smash something.
Is that an environment suit? Maybe something that can't handle our atmosphere?
Those emissions could be toxic. I advise caution, Commander.
I mean, there's a side of me that says just get the snipers up on on these and take this thing down.
Orders confirmed.
We're gonna have a couple of specters causing trouble, but
Overwatch.
Got it covered.
thing is, I don't really want to be wasting too much time now I'm learning the error of my ways. Okay, well.
Moving to designated coordinates.
So obviously that severely constrains my movement.
That's
No, I didn't want to go there. All right. Well, let's do what we can at this point.
Got it, moving!
I'm going to be down a turn by the end, but... well, never mind. I realize, by the way, this is inconsistent with the, like, the sneaking part like this is not a, it's not a trial and error. If I was playing on Iron Man mode, I would need to work through a situation like this, but, I will accept my current condition and,
Moving to designated position.
adjust accordingly. Okay.
Got it
So we're
covered.
up with Overwatch. Now, unfortunately, I think I'm still going to
That's
set
affirmative.
one of them up here.
Affirmative, covering now. Moving on target location.
Okay.
Moving to position.
That doesn't count. Damn. And apparently all of this is just making banging noises.
That's
so-
affirmative.
Good news is we get a chance to position. Obviously, we're not kicking this off this turn, so I will
Go, go, go.
try to position accordingly. And they're walking away. All right. It may still be worth taking this fight, but
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
On Overwatch.
okay, so we definitely want to set people up for the big start.
Understood. Moving out.
Now I'm curious. Okay, they can't reach, so
On Overwatch.
I am a little concerned that that won't actually be able to deliver the impact that I want. This one definitely won't, but at least here I can try and position. Yeah, I'll take high
Heading to
ground.
that location.
Okay, and then the question is it beneficial for Ellen Ripley to be... I think no, doubling up units like this is actually a very stupid idea.
Understood, moving out.
This one may not be any better.
Moving to Overwatch.
Okay, so I think I'm going to keep Coyote in reserve. And here we'll take advantage of a big boom to
Heads down!
spread the damage. Part of it's also the shred, right?
They're onto us.
Come on!
I do like how angry
Target
Ellen
disabled.
Ripley sounds about missing. Alright, that's welcome. Okay, so I think Coyote can deliver the coup de grace.
Did you see that one?
Damn. I forgot that she can just sort of run off to the side. I'm just trying to think. Like, high cover seems to be the best option here.
Seems doable.
A new arrival.
Better be careful.
Alright. Immune to explosions, attacks decrease the will, 3 attacks in a single turn, and we should have brought
It's
Mox.
dangerous out here.
Commander, one of the Chosen is here. We'll have to deal with it before it throws off the rest of our operation.
Can't fight it!
I relish these quiet moments before the strike.
So I'm pretty sure I can get a flank on... Yeah, actually at this point, it's going to be a big risky move, but
I guess that'll be okay.
it's one I think is worth taking. Shockingly, that was not enough to take it out, but it does leave me with a couple of options for the next round. I was hoping that I could get a shot on the... Okay, well, you know what?
Heading to that location.
On this, I think I'm just going to settle for throwing a lot of...
Come on, focus!
I think I'm just going to settle for throwing a lot of things against the wall. Okay, now I don't like the fact that I'm not
Sure thing.
moving as aggressively, but this does give me the opportunity on the Elite Priest.
Draining ammo fast.
Okay. So what I want to do here, right, we've only got so many turns before we need to act on this thing, so I'm going to move Ellen Ripley up pretty
Running.
aggressively. And as much
Got it
as I would
covered.
love to keep these really high ground snipers, like they're just not going to have any they're not going to have any effect this close to the...
I'm all over it.
Or sorry, in a closed environment like this.
This is taking way longer than I had hoped. I can see further than you'd think.
Menace 1-5, the Advent network is almost entirely locked down. We're running out of time. Get to that terminal.
That's affirmative.
So this is a pretty straightforward choice to make here. Although I didn't appreciate that he was behind cover.
Shot wide.
There's something here. That's how it's done.
I hope you're not expecting me to go down that easy.
Okay, now I want to be careful about the movement here.
On the move.
This seems about as safe as I can move someone and still achieve
Objective
the objective.
located.
Okay, good.
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
So, I'm gonna reload. The big thing right now is that I can achieve the objective without without putting anything else at risk right now. So, you know, we kind of have the guilty knowledge about a group being up there, but it seems like we don't need to act, like we don't need to worry about that
Okay,
yet.
I'll go.
This is obviously really reckless to be out in the open like this, but
I've got it.
I'm kind of running on the assumption... Well, you know what? I don't need to stay out in the open like this. I can...
What's over there?
Now, obviously, area of effect. This is a prime opportunity for area of effect, but...
I can smell the fear on you.
They've got friends.
Okay, so...
Moving on target
time for
location.
Ellen Ripley to be a hero.
It amazes that no one ever questioned how these factories work. Meat comes out, but you don't see any livestock going in, do you?
Infiltrating their system.
You know what? Here's this contact cost for... Yeah, you know what? Let's go for the big one. I'm guessing this means I didn't get it? It seemed close.
We're through.
Menace 1-5, confirm successful acquisition of the Advent data. Be aware, hostile forces are inbound on your position. Eliminate local opposition and any reinforcing troops.
Oh, so the mission is neutralize targets. I'm gonna just save here. I thought we might have been able to drop a an exfiltration.
Overwatch. I can handle that.
This isn't really going to give me much of an
Overwatch.
opportunity, but I mean,
Go, go, go!
doesn't give us an over. Actually, I'm seeing the flaw in this approach, but I'm committed now.
Heading out. Got it covered.
If you say so. Affirmative,
Go on
covering out.
already. Kill all the humans.
It's pretty big reinforcement. I think we can manage.
We've got Advent here. Target's still up.
Alright, that's welcome. But we do have two groups of people, and there's a bit of a flanking. Yeah.
This thing looks ready to smash something.
Is that an environment suit? Maybe something that can't handle our atmosphere?
Those emissions could be toxic. I advise caution, Commander.
So we're just overall in a really tough spot with this group here.
There's nowhere to go. I'll give you a sporting chance.
Now the funny thing is, it doesn't actually look like Ellen Ripley is at risk from any of this stuff, but man, that is not an assumption I want to be carrying with me into the fight, so I think my best move would be to sort of get set up here. So not obvious to me that she's affected by any of the excitement here. Also not obvious that Overwatch is going to help, but let's do our best. Okay. Now, one of these folks shreds, yeah, and one of these folks booms. And of course, this is the guy that I have a flank on, which is so frustrating. And somehow I don't have a shot on the big guy. Interesting. Okay, so this is a couple of these are actually recipes for disaster, but I'm going to deal with the problem in front of me right now. So the aim on this one is to kind of put the cat among the pigeons, but I don't know. So this should affect everyone.
Boom!
No Overwatch shot? So obviously this is not a great place for him to be right now. Problem is, what's our... I don't think there's a safe haven for any of this right now.
Heading there now. It hit the plate.
Now... we can potentially end the Spectres, but not... like, we don't have great shots on it. So this one, I think, no matter what, like, we should take it just on the odd chance. Alright, I mean...
Barely a hit.
better than nothing. Now this can potentially end the Andromedon, so let's, I think we're just gonna go for it.
Not too shabby.
We all saw that thing go down.
Oh,
What the hell is
Christ.
it doing?
I've only made it angrier. There's not a lot of great places to hide right now. All of it's sort of kind of a area of effect fodder.
I'm going.
So I think
On
it's
my way.
time for my people to step up. Did I just move them to like the one place I can't effectively use a grenade? No.
Here, catch!
I think the retaliation is gonna
You
suck,
don't
but
hesitate to pull the trigger. I like that.
Not good.
so I suspect they're gonna make a clone, but we should be able to clear out the Spectre here. I'm really just more curious about what the what this fella's gonna do to us.
I would never want to belong to
The Gigs, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. The game is very good at identifying those AoE opportunities.
Better clean that wound. Wouldn't want it to get infected. The Elders aren't happy that you've been blowing up their facilities, Commander. Personally, I've enjoyed the show.
We've got our shot at the Chosen. Let's make sure it counts.
This might get a little awkward.
It hurts!
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put a medkit down, too. This could go bad.
I might need some help!
Smells like fresh blood to me.
Cover the flanks!
Not an ideal situation for a sniper to be in.
You better step up your game, Commander. Every shot counts. You could use a break.
A trank shot on that character in particular is tough. The Gigs, thank you very much. I'm really happy to hear that you're enjoying the Book of Hours content, particularly the pre-House of Light. Gigs, thank you. So delighted to hear that. I hope this is a... I mean, this is not award-winning
Settle down,
XCOM
you're fine.
gameplay. But we're doing our best with a bad situation. So, Coyote doesn't really have a lot of options here. I think my best bet would be to do some blade work. I guess the question is... I mean, it's the question about what set of crappy cover do I wind up behind in the end. This at least ostensibly matches my current needs. Ugh. Now, I don't think Scotty Gray is going to be able to finish the Andromedon, but I'm thinking maybe he hits the Spectre.
Moving!
This is such a bad place to be in general. And the hope here is that I get my my unit back. This is also one I wouldn't be surprised if I do a reset for. But yes, sorry. Obviously, I am contending with a tough spot in XCOM. Thank you very much. One of the things I really appreciate about people who come in from the Weather Factory stuff is they let me know that it comes from it. And those are some really special games for me, so it's always nice to be able to sort of interact with people directly with that content. Yeah, I don't have a lot of good options here. So let's maybe start by seeing what the... Wow, that's upsetting that they're not able to participate. So obviously we need to get them in
Got it.
in the fight. Thank you. All right. So Ellen Ripley's sort of stuck in position here. I think we'll put a brave face on it and shoot the advanced officer.
Weapons burning ammo fast.
But I also think given the kind of damage that this Andromedon's doing, we reload and we
Ready to go.
open fire. So the big question on this one is going to be whether or not
Check it
we can
before you get too close.
we can survive, like our whether or not the troopers get killed
I'm under fire.
on this round. If they survive,
At least we know where they are.
we can. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Let's make this clean.
Too close to the heat.
All right, X.
So sadly, I'm gonna have to roll that back, and that's because I foolishly forgot to give Ellen Ripley a med kit to work with. I could have helped with bleeding out, but I mean, already this is not a great, it's not a great set of circumstances to be in, but we'll make it work. So for the start,
Okay, I'll go.
reorient the turn a little bit differently. This is just the standard difficulty. I'm,
Catch.
but it's been a while. This is more me dealing with the consequences of poor choices rather than the inherent difficulty. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe we try with the
Not a problem.
try with the grenade again.
Boom!
So obviously it's nice to see all the armor shredded, but that's just the start of our troubles.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Although, in for a
Catch!
penny, in for a pound.
Hey, why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Not clear to me we have any better alternatives, so we'll try this for a... Yep. I can't get mad about that. That was
Missed.
never something we were assured. Alright, I'm going to try something really ballsy here because I think Coyote should get a move after... Yeah,
You know that was good.
I do know that was good.
I'm going.
Oh, I completely forgot that Scotty gets another shot. But he doesn't against the... well...
for a surprise!
I mean, now it's going to be a melee thing, and it's going to come after my people again, but...
We all saw that thing go down. Now what the hell is it doing?
Mostly we're just trying to buy ourselves a little bit of positioning against the additional units here.
Put it out! Put it out! I'm under fire!
I mean, lucky for him, they didn't,
Blowing up their facilities might slow things down a little.
Didn't
but
punch
the
him?
Elders are nothing if not persistent. You should know that by now, Commander.
We've got the Chosen in our sights. It's time to take them out.
I'm coming for you. This might sting a little.
okay, that would have been a pretty decent turn.
One of our soldiers is in a daze. We need to snap them out of it.
That would have been a pretty decent turn, save for the trank shot, and now it's kind of miserable.
Moving on target location.
Definitely need to do a revive.
Easy now, soldier.
Although maybe what I'll do is I'll make this sort of an anchor point for subsequent turns.
I was hoping you'd make some effort to get your people back, Commander.
I'm kind of willing to try Deadeye on... Ooh, 68's not... well, you know what? You only YOLO once, right? Now, I'm curious about Spitfire here, so this is not a bad
If you say so.
place for him to go. Hunker down would probably help with the fire, but in this case, I just want to end this thing.
Oh, I definitely got that
If
one.
Advent were any good, they wouldn't need me.
Okay, so I do think Ellen Ripley's pretty exposed here, but I'm going to set her up with the
Moving to
Overwatch. We'll wait on Coyote. So there is a side of me that says let's just start making some moves against the Chosen, but I also think at this point I should probably go for the highest expected value, which in this case is a pistol shot on the high probability. So now, obviously we've got a firefight coming up, but it matters. Like, it kind of matters where I position everybody for it. I'm going to want to take advantage of high cover, and I'm going to want to get past all this clustering.
Stepping off.
Would have been nice to do an Overwatch, but I think in this case here I'll settle for second best. Now I think this is too close to an AoE attack. And oh, actually, so if we grapple. Those are the options, huh? I mean, let's see where this takes us. Why not? I'll take a crit. It would have been nice if we piled on the damage, but... Oh, this is gonna get dicey. The fact that they're grouped up means they're... Oh, okay. He just wasted his turn. I'll take it.
Incoming fire!
I've got something for you. Let's see what you've come up with now.
Okay, so I kind of feel Ellen Ripley needs to recover. Actually, there's a couple of nasty things about this one. So I'm okay. There's a side of me that's okay with the exposure. The catch is this guy might blow up if I get a good pistol shot with him. But you know what? Let's go for it. I forgot about the Overwatch. But at least that simplifies things. So unless it's a crit and we get through the armor, this isn't going to kill him. Yeah, not even
Went
close.
off the armor.
Okay, so I don't think Pyro has anything to contribute here.
Ready to rock.
I guess there's a holographic target.
Adjusting aim.
I don't like the idea of throwing so many resources into taking out that one enemy, but
You'll be fine! What just happened? Back in.
I may settle for a teamwork here.
Keep going!
I don't have huge expectations, but that's unfortunate for the sniper that was nearby.
Hold up long at this rate, Commander. You're a cold-blooded killer, Commander. It takes one to know one.
Now, unfortunately, Elizabeth de Graaf can't do anything useful because of
Moving
the
to
days.
Overwatch. Heading out. Scanning.
So we'll see whether or not the teammate survives here.
I can't move!
Stop knocking down his cover.
Adjusting sights.
Tower's close.
Luckiest sniper in the world.
If you don't take me down, you might ruin your legacy, Commander.
Alright, so Ellen Ripley's not gonna mess with that, but
Whatever you say.
I can't do the blade thing?
Get it together!
That first shot is always crucial.
Okay, I mean, he's behind high cover, so it's hard for me to argue for an alternative. The only catch here is I think most of my people don't have... I think most of my people don't have grenades anymore.
On it!
So high ground's nice, but I actually need to... Ooh.
She never fails me. You're luckier than most.
Okay. So the questions here is really what can I do to the cover? Answer is quite a bit.
Head down!
I'm trusting you here.
That's it.
Okay, so I
Need a
mean,
resupply.
the rest of this is going to be dealing with the Chosen.
Orders confirmed.
This is
Moving out.
not necessarily the smartest move, but at the very least here I get a flank on the Chosen. So somebody's going to be taking some damage next turn,
Guess
but
I better be more careful.
Scotty, you have a chance to become a legend, sir. I can't really put him by the truck because that's going to blow up.
Confirmed. Nailed him.
You might be the first to ever take me down more than once, Commander. Don't get cocky. I'll be back to finish this later.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. Great job, Commander. But there's no trace of that Chosen left. I've got a feeling we haven't seen the last of them. Still, at least we ruined their plans today.
There is definitely a side of me that if there's an XCOM 3, and it's hard to imagine that there wouldn't be, but there is a side of me that really wants it to be, like, to let you select favorite squad mates. I feel Scotty has earned his place in history.
Think the elders will like this one?
I would like to assure the citizens of Advent that our peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today. The elders have total faith in our ability to overcome any and all threats to our peace.
At least we know these Chosen can be killed. Well, temporarily.
Alright, so... Sorry, friend. I mean... But come on. He's the champion of the Resistance. Alright, I feel... In this one I need to give him the gunslinger path. He did take out the Chosen with his sidearm. Ellen Ripley, You know, the funny thing is, I have had the opportunity to talk to Ellen Ripley a couple of times, and so I have a couple of feelings about what she might feel, but...
Propaganda never looked so pretty.
Alright, so we got a Superior Laser Sight, 2 Advent Purifier Corps, a Shield Bearer Corps, a Priest Corps, 2 Spectre Corps, 1 Andromedan Wreck. The pilot organism of the Andromedan battlesuit appears surprisingly frail and smolders faintly when exposed to our seemingly toxic environment. A Trooper Corps, an Advent Officer Corps. The beings that inhabit these suits clearly come from an environment utterly hostile to humans. The corrosive substance they use as a weapon may be the equivalent to water for them, but on this planet it's deadly. I've theorized as to how the substance could somehow be used to our advantage as part of an explosive system. I did not realize that there is a Muton Berserker rug on the ground.
Hello, Commander.
An admirable performance, Commander. Your forces successfully recovered the automaton systems designed from the Advent network, dealing a blow to the aliens' ongoing efforts. And Dr. Bozetti Mafolo, research time decreased by 14%. All right. Let us lock in some progress there. So I guess that would make it temp 4. Actually, I don't think we're quite... Oh. Commander, after your our recent success, members of the Resistance in New Indonesia have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate.
You just can't leave well enough alone, can you? It's obvious where you're going, but I don't think you'll like what you find there.
I think it's the covert action we were waiting on. Let me just double check the... Yes, because I believe Outrider is good against the...
I don't like the fact that we're chasing another set of coordinates into the middle of nowhere.
So,
Setting course for the Australian sector.
Our soldiers took some hits during the most recent
Okay, that's
covert
unfortunate.
action, but word from the medical team is they'll all be fine.
Okay, into the fire, infiltrate the stronghold, unlock the chosen stronghold mission. We finally got our access point to the stronghold. Once we move in, there won't be any place left for Falmon Mordena to run. This is our chance to end their hunt for good. It'll be a great feast. So Jane Kelly is wounded.
Looks like we've got some new information on the Chosen after our last covert op.
We've completed our hunt for Falmon Mordena. A mission to strike at them in their stronghold is now available.
Commander, we just heard from the Resistance. They found a way into the Chosen stronghold. We shouldn't pass up this opportunity to take the fight directly to the Elders.
I agree, but it kind of depends on who is available. So obviously, if I could, I would like to. I'd like to continue with this unit as well, but I mean, this is asking a lot. So, improve combat intelligence, recover loot, manufacture upgrade, breakthrough research. I'm not opposed to this one, but maybe let's reduce Avatar project progress, and we'll just put the lowest we can towards it. So, let's take a sharpshooter. I think we can add Ellen Ripley to that to boost the hacking. Certain slide, 1,847th of their name. Welcome.
Our order is clear, and we will obey it.
Okay. So, yeah, Jane Kelly's like my best ranger, so I am going to... We'll see if something comes up in between. Again, this is not exactly the most honest way of playing the game, but I feel like 7 days is a long time to wait. What we can do, though, is we can reallocate an engineer. So we'll take Sally Coleman. Oh, wait, I can't because we, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Matthias Gerard is, so 4 days I can live with.
The Elders don't spend a lot of time worrying about the difference between soldiers and civilians. It's all the same in the end.
The Chosen has clamped down on resistance activities in this region, reducing the area's supply income.
The Elders never had any issues targeting civilians.
I think this is our first relay. But the way they were going around it reminded me of the original XCOM opening.
Reading you loud and clear.
Vigila Confido Commander, we will share your message of resistance across New Australia and beyond. And we have gained the integrated warfare bonus. Now, I guess the questions are, do I want to make contact with New Chile? or do I want to close, kind of close off the last of Asia? Let's make contact with East Asia.
We've located the Elder's Hunter, actively working in this region, Commander.
So I still need to put, oh, hang on. This is going to be one of these rare cases where I ask chat a question. Am I interpreting this correctly? So the idea here is that...
What do you presume to do with these simple machines, Commander? The Elders know all too well of your attempts to comprehend their vision. It is of no concern.
So I'm guessing I read this as I need one more radio tower? I think the natural candidate would be in West Asia. Although, I mean, obviously the instantaneous completion isn't a huge deal. Machine learning arguably is more useful to me. But I also don't want to go too crazy with the research, or the contacts. I don't know, it does feel like a good one though, so one more. And then we will build the relay in West Africa. Again, we're waiting on Jane Kelly to recover. Oh, there we go. Okay, so,
The Elder's Hunter is after something in this area.
this is the first time I'm taking the fight to the Hunters. The Chosen Assassin Stronghold, Falmon Mordena, Night Demon. Objective: assault the Chosen Stronghold. Our covert hunt of Falmon Mordena has finally led us here, to the very seat of her power. Neither the shadows under her dominion nor her elder masters will be able to save her once we successfully assault this stronghold. Lots of enemies here. So we've got elite officers, elite troopers, elite shield bearers, an advent mech, an archon, muton, and berserker. So this is going to suck.
Avenger plotting new course.
Hopefully we don't fight them all at once. Chosen Stronghold. Commander, we managed to find a hidden entrance into the Chosen Stronghold, but we can only use it once. We won't get another shot to take out this Chosen for good. If we don't succeed today, make sure our soldiers are prepared to take them down. Alright, so we're gonna remove everyone and build a dream team. I still want to bring sort of one of everything, but if I can bring more explosive power, I will take the opportunity. So, Dragonova. Now, she's bound with Narbelev, but let's start. So we've got Jane Kelly. Got the sharpshooter who's good with Hurricane. Okay, so that's the core team. So I guess the question now would be, do I want to orient around teammates? I mean, the specialists would help me against... teammates would help me against... sorry, the specialists would help me against the Advent Max. Or we bring in the Grenadiers. Sorry, just gotta clear a pest. I may regret it, but I'm actually going to go for the elite partners. Wait a minute. Apparently I forgot to bring a specialist until then? Alright, whatever, it works. Finally, I want to make sure that we've got weapon upgrades. And then drugs. Superior focus, sure. Hello, Sifis. Good to see you. All right, let's see how this goes. I will tell you my experience of it has been, you remember how good it is, and then you actually sit down and play, and remember that's even better than you last remember. Although, then you run into some of the more XCOM-y moments. I obviously will disappoint some by the fact that I very liberally reload.
Time for us to finally take the fight to the Chosen themselves. Intel on this facility is almost non-existent. In fact, you may be the first human beings to step foot inside these walls. This may not be the most ideal situation, but it could be our only chance to take one of these things out. Good luck, and be careful.
That's fine. This will definitely be a learning experience as well. I'm going to do my best to try and make this work with this squad, but one of the things I was originally planning on doing was bringing a lot more grenadiers so that we could just, you know, drop as many bombs as we can on the Chosen. And it's the fact that there was this composition of other enemies that came up that made me go for a more balanced squad.
Okay, people. Stay alert and remember why you're here. That thing dies today. No matter what it takes.
Detecting a strong energy signature further ahead in the facility. There is no doubt in my mind that it is from the Chosen.
Then that's where we need to be.
Take pride, XCOM. Pride that you have come further than any of your kind. Pride that your death this day honors the Elders.
I actually love the idea of just tossing a grenade, like, and opening up the wall, but again, we have a specific purpose for the grenades here.
What's over there?
Covering ground.
It's a tough call, Sifis. I do tend to notice that I do gravitate towards specialists in a lot of cases, but not to the exclusion of other classes. I've actually also found that I don't know. Honestly, it's probably situational. Would be the best I could say. I'm really intrigued by this level. Obviously, this is potentially reckless if there were enemies waiting off to the side there, but At this point, I think we're all going to huddle together until we see something scary.
Got it. Moving.
Although I will say, maybe one last point I should make is that it is very hard not to feel a tremendous sense of satisfaction when you have like a really well-placed sniper that just takes stuff out. But my revealed preference has definitely been that I think I've done more with specialists and rangers.
You have forced my hand. I can afford to give you no quarter.
Moving to position.
This is a really intriguing way to start a level.
On the move. I must move quickly. Go, go, go!
Getting it done.
Got it!
Copy that.
Your world lies in turmoil, yet you choose to come here to face me. You squander what time you have left. You are not worthy of this world.
I've got eyes on an advent position.
Well, we weren't expecting a sneak in here today. Let's take these things out.
I'm thinking I may want to move but I do want to see if I can get away with some hacking. Okay, that's fascinating. Apparently I can't do anything against the mech. So let's see what we can do if we just, oh, you know what? This is not the right order. I should have gone for somebody who can give me more... more firepower. Or not firepower, more accuracy. Now, is the Deadeye necessary to take the thing out? No.
Check it before you get too close.
So the question here with Razor is, do I want to try and do some melee attack, like swarm this thing with my melee attacks, or do I want to try and retreat to some relative safety? I think probably the retreat's the right call. I'm not always fond of sort of playing not to lose in some cases, but in others it's appropriate. But if this thing drops missiles down on this group, it's gonna be a problem. So
my watch begins.
We'll see how it goes.
Hard target, minimal damage.
I had counseled the elders to show patience with your race, yet here you now stand. My brothers were correct. You are unworthy of existence.
I kind of needed that to work better than it did.
position!
One down, thousands to go. I've got it.
Okay, I sort of feel at this point I need to... This is working suspiciously well for me. And I'm just waiting for the game to come and kick me in the nuts. Yeah, so you do get a couple of skills later that that make it easier. So like you'll notice here that he goes running in, slashing, but
I hope it's worth it.
he's able to move afterwards. But you're right, like obviously if you don't have that ability, it feels like you're putting one of your more desirable assets
I can cover it.
at considerable risk. So I think what I'm going to do here, I should probably reload before we get too far into the level.
I guess that'll be okay.
I also don't know if we're going to be looking at some kind of like a waves of enemies sort of thing. I mean, this is presumably the last... Well, okay, I mean, there's a couple areas we haven't looked... Oh, yeah, there's a whole other area here. And that looks... Yeah, that definitely looks like a boss fight area. So we'll keep heading to the left.
10-4!
The Elders could have destroyed your race with but a single command, yet they rebuilt your world, offered you hope. Your actions this day are an affront to their generosity.
Ready to rock. All right, I'll go.
So obviously I don't know what happens when we find the chamber, so I want to be a little mindful of...
There's an alien patrol nearby.
Okay. Good to know. So obviously we'll treat it like any old bundle of aliens. We'll steer clear until...
Go, go, go!
Oh, I should have reloaded. Now this is definitely going to be a tough one, because like my preference, of course, would be to just go in and like chop them up, but I can't really do that until we're all here.
Heading out.
So I'm actually specifically avoiding grenades because I want to save those for the, well... Unlucky.
Would it be so hard to trust the Elders? To believe for an instant that they fight for more than just a single world? That humanity is not the center of this universe, but just a small
that's
part
bad.
of a greater whole.
So Outrider's in a little bit of a tricky spot. But yeah, so the enemy in this one is apparently quite vulnerable to grenades. Okay. It's just not clear to me which two this is, but I kind of think the game has forced my hand.
Let's take it.
So this one we're gonna go for control. Yeah, so yeah, we're not doing a grenade just because of the No!
Try not to break this one. Can't get through.
We've only made it angrier. And I've already used my Deadeye. Alright.
Hit the armor!
What's over there? Big deal.
So Judgment Day is way too far away to be useful here, but let's do a run and gun.
Going in for the kill. Got it.
I don't like those odds.
There you go. It is clear.
So Jane Kelly's like completely exposed to these two enemies here. The good news though is the shield bearer. You know what? I think I'm just gonna.
No one will cross.
Okay,
We'll
that was
compromise.
kind of useless.
Starting to hurt.
Your greatest minds struggle to grasp mere slivers of the Elder's knowledge. By now, they must see the futility in this conflict. The only way for your race to survive is to submit.
So that may seem a little silly, but there is actually a design behind this. Actually, let's see if we can deliver. No!
Went off the armor.
Good riddance.
Alright, good.
I need more ammunition.
So I wanted to see if that would take out the shield or not. So I don't think I can get a flank on this guy, but I think we can probably make up for it with a bunch of, with the volume.
That's it! Ready to rock!
Okay, so obviously I don't want to be provoking too many nasty things in the area, but... I do think it's a good idea for everybody to be reloaded, so we'll... Because this... this area here seems like where we'll meet the enemy, I don't want to,
I hope it's worth it.
I don't want to get too close.
And still.
And actually, I guess at this point we'll upgrade Temp 2. Although it would be nice if I didn't have the damage to Dragonova. I'm also thinking maybe these numbered stream. These numbered streamed ones don't need to stick around. Okay, this is interesting. So apparently we get the option of hitting the doors. So we're going to move right up to the edge there, but we're not going to... we're obviously not going to open anything until we're good and ready.
Getting it done. Let's rock. I'm going.
natural habitat. No
That
time
seemed
to
like a
spare.
no-brainer to put her back into.
Good to go. I'm trusting you here.
Now, I did have a slight change of heart with Frida, so...
Already there.
So I have a specific idea in terms of how I want to organize
Not
my...
our will that you suffer. Humanity's sacrifice will be great, but so too shall be its rewards. Submit to me now, XCOM. Ensure the future of your people.
I'm on it.
I am on watch.
I guess that'll be okay. I'm on it. Affirmative.
So obviously everybody shouldn't be staying here in case there's something
We are not the monsters.
big and
We do
AoE
not seek
focused.
to kill and destroy.
Okay. I think we're ready to see what this fight looks like. Sacre bleu! How do we even plan for this? I know if the I know if we stay clustered up like this, there's going to be sadness. Okay, that was unexpected. Big thing I'm trying to think about here is how we can. It's like I want to do enough to the enemy here to like to hurt them. Sorry, I kind of want to open up the path here. And the big problem I've got right now. I mean, that ends it. Question is, does that get me something to use on this guy? I think it might, actually. So the next question is, if I dead-eyed Frida... So, yeah, my chances with the Archon are pretty slim. So let's start with the pistol on the... So I'm trying to avoid the grenades that they can chuck at me. Now, if I operate on the assumption that this thing's taken down, then we can take up positions in here. So we're going to take Lewis Turner behind some high cover.
Big deal.
Oh, and apparently he can get some high ground too, but I don't know if I want to... I don't know if I want to get too clever about this. You know what? Let's get him
over there. Energy signature directly ahead. This appears to be an alien transport device of some kind.
Understood. Looks like we found our way out of here.
How brave am I feeling? So I mean, something tells me Ripcord's not going to be able to do the same thing with the Muton here, but maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe what matters is that I'm able to get them in closer to the environment. Okay.
I'm on it.
I think we take the opportunities we can. I mean, it's a coin toss if we out ourselves, but
I have no ammunition.
all right, bad luck.
Now we fight in the open.
Oh, I forgot we had another participant. Now I think these two count as being in sort of a big AoE attack range. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty crappy spot to have my people. So she can't currently participate in the fight, but if I move her into these regions, now I open myself up to AoE. But you know what? We will make the difficult thing work. And if I combat protocol, not nearly as interesting, so... Lucky crit? Well, they only get one move, but I'm not hopeful. That hurt. If he tosses the grenade, yeah, that's yeah. Sorry to cheese it, but I mean, I only have myself to blame for that, right? I knew that AoE was a chance there. I maybe just didn't appreciate how heavy the hit would be. I mean, there is one clever thing we can try. I'll try this. I think this... Actually, you know what? I should probably do another save just to avoid too much ridiculousness. So I do have an idea on this, which will mean that they're not able to take advantage of cover.
Reapers are always vigilant.
On Overwatch. Come get some. Come get some.
That's all, huh? And I can't close the door again.
I'm going.
I want to see if he can do that amazing shot again. No! You are screwed, my friend. And like, obviously, all the Overwatch was like a big waste, because like very little of that actually landed. We'll try playing it out. I mean, so far there hasn't been much in terms of consequence, but
Negative damage. Enemies on the move. They're flanking us.
They're all over me.
Fire's getting close here.
fascinating.
Starting to get cooked.
I offer peace, XCOM. Not for you. Your lives are forfeit. But for your children's children. surrender, and they may yet live. This entire universe will survive.
On your order.
Energy signature directly ahead. This appears to be an alien transport device of some kind.
Understood. Looks like we found our way out of here.
Target eliminated. I'm running low on ammo. I'm on it.
Okay. Priorities. Where's my sniper at?
If you say so.
Ooh.
Who's got a med kit?
Forgot about that.
I definitely got that one.
Wait a minute, can I just not see this thing at all? Some tough angles. Okay.
I'm going. Come on! Running dry on ammo! What's over there?
If you say so. I got it, right?
All right, apparently the pinions are still on their way, so we'll move up and
I will go.
reload.
I loaded these cartridges myself.
That's, yeah, that's a little bit more than... I was a little worried that might be the case. So... I mean, better showing than last time, but... Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting... Alright, well... We'll manage.
Alright, I'll go.
Sacre bleu!
Armor still holding.
Heading out.
Energy signature directly ahead. This appears to be an alien transport device of some kind.
Understood. Looks like we found our way out of here.
So part of this is just positioning ourselves for the retaliation now. But let's see. I guess it's equally awful for
What's over there?
all of them.
I got it, right?
Trying to think who would have... Yeah, that...
I go where you tell me. Tell your gods I'm coming. I cannot hunt without bullets.
Okay. So, obviously we're going to want to pile in on the Muton here.
If you say so.
Although I just opened myself up to the grenade thing that I originally didn't want to...
Minimal damage.
Peace, XCOM. Not for you. Your lives are forfeit. But for your children's children. Surrender, and they may yet live. This entire universe will survive.
So obviously the priority is going to be getting away from the pinions first.
What's over there? Yeah, I didn't get it.
Give me time to reload.
So this one just has to be pure movement.
I go where I'm needed.
Okay, I'll go.
We seem to have made it more aggressive.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Back in. On the move.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, we're not doing that. You're kidding me. So I need everyone to... That doesn't seem right.
Ready to rock. I hope it's worth it.
Let's do this. I'm going.
Volk says I am to obey.
So we have a bunch of medkit uses.
Good to go. What's over there?
I get the free reload, so let's
Got
make
it,
that
moving.
mean something.
I'm trusting you here.
All right, I'll go.
Don't move. You'll be all right.
So obviously we're going to wait the turns before I activate the platform, because I don't know what will be waiting for us on the other side.
Easy now, soldier. Come on, get back in the fight!
And then, I mean, I guess we can, again, being a bit scummy with this. I'm assuming we can just activate the platform this turn. Warning, only units on the Ascension Gate platform will proceed through the gate. Units left behind will return to the Avenger.
Well done, Menace 1-5. See you on the other side. Belly of the beast now, people. Proceed carefully. What is that? Some kind of stasis chamber for the Chosen? No wonder they keep coming back at us despite everything we throw at them.
Okay, destroy the assassin's
Even now you
sarcophagus.
push ahead, XCOM, undaunted in your task.
Yep.
For your race, may you be remembered.
I figure I should probably save us all the, I suppose that's true.
I'm all over it.
I don't know if I'd put that as a probability. Good lord. I didn't know there were chrysalids.
At last, a true battle. You have done well, XCOM. Know that you have earned a good death.
These chrysalids seem a little smaller than I remember. Then again, it was never really their size we had to worry about. Alright, we've faced these things before and we can do it again. No matter what happens today, only one side is alive.
Alright, Mech Lord can summon robotic allies. Kinetic plating. Missed shots against the Chosen generate shielding. Shadow Step. This Chosen does not trigger Overwatch or reaction fire. However, does take increased damage from explosions and takes increased damage from Reapers.
I will go.
Clearly at this point, I need to help my friend. Nice. This feels like a dead... maybe not with those probabilities. Beautiful.
Check it before you get too close.
Yeah, particularly for chrysalids.
Hostile target down. Moving to position.
Okay, now notice there's no target preview when it says destroy the sarcophagus, so...
Solid copy.
Got it. Moving.
Okay, well, it was only one turn of movement.
Make your peace. Grasp at the frayed edges stitches of your life. The time is now. The Elders bolster me with reinforcements.
Damn it, one of our soldiers is down. They're vulnerable to the Chosen's attacks in that state. Get them back on their feet, ASAP.
That sucks that she breaks cover with it, though. Okay, I'm gonna try something a little risky here. Haywire protocol. Yes! So I will actually say people have tested it, and it does the game does seem to accurately represent it, although I believe somebody had said that there was apparently it does cheat a little bit in the player's favor, where if you have a sequence of misses, it'll have mercy on you and sort of get you give you a favorable outcome.
Get ready for a surprise.
That puts a smile on my face. Now I'm gonna need to have some. I'm obviously gonna need to do something to recover.
I'm on it.
My ranger.
Get back in there.
I can't focus.
Hunt him down. On your order.
Cool.
X-ray neutralized.
Doctor!
The device appears to be some sort of psionic capacitor, transferring tremendous amounts of psionic energy directly to the Chosen, restoring them.
No wonder these things don't die.
So obviously proximity would help, but...
I go where I'm needed.
I mean, we'll out ourselves, but I think this is the time to do as much damage as we can on this thing.
I need more ammo.
We can no longer hide.
So that's 9 to 12 versus... Yeah, I think we put as much as we possibly can into this thing. I did not know you could miss the monolith.
You did not think it would be that easy, did you?
Multiple hostiles advancing on our position.
Okay.
Need to find some new
Holy
cover.
hell.
Watch the
Hostiles
flanks!
got me flanked. Got him coming here.
Oh man, this is gonna be... I can see the dilemma they throw you into.
Sure.
Okay, so...
We're green to go.
No!
It's over there.
Okay, sorry, I'm reloading from that. I wanted to tuck her away in the corner. I think we probably need to focus down the Archon. I mean, that... Okay, actually, you know what? At this point...
On your order.
I'm gonna try something silly. I'm slightly curious if we can just, like, rush this thing down. I don't think we can, but I'm curious enough, especially because I'm already reloading. I kind of want to see if just the scenario ends and you can ignore the enemies. So I guess I can't run and gun this.
I'm going.
As you order, Commander. I am out of ammo.
If you say so.
Ah, now that's a shame. At least give him something to think about.
We're green to go.
Now this is obviously not gonna be enough for the coup de grace, but what I'm curious about is if I just
on it.
Run forward like this.
They're bringing in reinforcements.
Oh, but it just occurred to me the catch on that is I don't necessarily know that this ends as soon as I take out the thing is, this is like a very, very low consequence. Like, so far nobody's died, right? So we're well into silly season, but I kind of want to see what happens if we just say ignore the enemy and
heading out.
And play the objective.
Could use some ammo over here.
What's over there?
I'm hoping that's a good thing.
Yes, the regeneration process has been interrupted. Readings on the capacitor indicate it has become highly unstable.
Then let's target that Chosen with everything we've got.
It's already dead.
Negative damage.
This chrysalid's gonna want its due in a bit.
All right, I'll go. One down, thousands to go. Could use some ammo over here.
I'm not super confident that I'm going to be able to take on a chrysalid like that.
Go,
so.
go, go!
Ah, come on! This is gonna get...
Heavy damage!
Their blood is on your hands.
All right, let's do the best with what we got.
Long at this rate.
You're not controlling me.
They got me!
Your forces grow weaker with every breath. I had not thought this possible. To fight another on equal footing. How exhilarating. For that, you have my gratitude.
Hit the armor!
Perhaps you'd like to try a more adept sparring partner.
Do we not see the Chosen? Jesus, okay.
What's over there?
That is unfortunate.
I'm trusting you here. Take a look at this.
They fall just as they serve, without question or regret.
Moving to position.
So I guess the biggest thing for us is we don't really have a lot of
Neutralized.
ranged enemies to worry about right now.
I'm
so.
all out.
I'm going. It's over here.
Alright, unlucky, but let's see what we can do with this.
Moving out.
Obviously I would have made some different actions if I could have seen the baddie.
You will find no refuge in the shadows, Reaper.
Damn.
I got it, right?
It wasn't easy, but we managed to pull it off, Commander. If only we could see the look on the Elders' faces.
You have fought well, XCOM. May you reclaim this world for your own.
I don't know how many of you have seen the HBO series Rome, but there's a character who, in their final act, goes to someone's house, like declares a curse on them, and offers themselves as the sacrifice, and like kills herself right in front of the intended the recipient of the curse. It was like, and there's a character who just sees that happen, who's like, what an exit. So, all right, that was fun. Obviously, I very clearly had no idea what to expect on that.
After
but
the war's over, maybe you can start your modeling career.
I mean, as far as going in...
Advent officials announced an increase to this month's recruitment quotas. Citizens are encouraged to voluntarily visit their nearest recruitment center. Remember, only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, if it had gone against me, I would have just reloaded. But I'm happy that it didn't take as much to figure out. I'll obviously treat it differently. Well, one, because of the enemy that we'll be up against, but obviously treat it differently now that I know that there is a benefit to focusing down the objective, but that you'll have at least one more turn of fighting the Chosen with all of the ads. But yeah, I'm feeling good about that.
Good work out there, Commander. The Elders are going to be pissed about losing their favorite puppet.
All right, Operation Severed Grave, assault the Chosen Stronghold. Nobody got promoted. Everybody's wounded. Everybody's sad. We've got the Assassin's Arashi, the Chosen Assassin's failsafe weapon. In close quarters, it is no less dangerous than her sword. Assassin's Katana, the prized weapon of the Chosen Assassin, forged by hands not of this earth. It is said to never miss its intended target. Superior stock, missed shots still deal 3 damage to the target. Advent Datapad. These datapads contain vital data about Advent strategy and communication. Our research team can crack them to gain intel, but it'll take some time. Advanced stock. Missed shots still deal 2 damage to the target. Illyrium core. These small self-contained samples of Illyrium are used to power the aliens' beam weapons. You could use them to power a variety of advanced weapons, armors, and munitions. 3 chrysalid corpses. The extreme toxicity of the chrysalid venom requires individual specimen storage and reinforced caskets, each of which have been securely padlocked upon the advice of veteran combat staff. Archon corpse. Beneath its elegant exterior, the Archon is surprisingly haphazard combination of flesh and metal, and the Advent mech wreck. Much of the articulation, weapon, and power systems that comprise these mech units bear a striking similarity to early robotic combat prototypes devised by the late Dr. Shen. Chrysalid autopsy. They may have features resembling a variety of terrestrial insect species, but these creatures are deadlier than anything bred of our world. Their armored exoskeleton is of particular interest and may provide insights towards the creation of an armor suit capable of actively damaging enemy forces as they engage in combat. And research unlocked assassin weapons. The Chosen Assassin proved deadly with both her sword and her shotgun, and both will no doubt be valuable to our efforts. However, I believe the sword, conceivably forged by the Elder's own hands, to be the true asset here. It was a task many thought impossible, Commander, but you and your forces have once again proven beyond resilient in defeating the Elders Chosen. Is resilient the word that you used there? Like, resilient, I always took was more about surviving things rather than being able to achieve the objective. Okay, I do need to apologize for what I am about to say.
All of the Templars are in your debt, Commander. You have done what none other thought possible. The death of the Elder's vicious child. Your heroics will allow my people to advance the fight against the Elders and drive them even closer to the Void.
Well, I mean, it's the one thing I have going for me, right? It's, you know, I like reading the stuff. It's also, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't always necessarily read it if I was playing things on my own. But it's an opportunity for me to do the one thing I kind of have my advantage on. People do seem to like the sound of the voice, and it's weird because it's not necessarily something that I put concentrated effort in developing, but it's something that people show their appreciation for. Now, the thing I do need to apologize for is because of this late start, I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I don't think I have it in me for another round. I know I'm finishing about half an hour before I normally would, and the only difference here is that I'm both looking at the time, but I'm also reflecting on how much time it's going to take me to finish another battle. So I am going to have to do a bit of an early finish for tonight. But I will, and I should just also say too, like talking about, I'm in a wonderful position in Canada. Great, thank you. But But yeah, I should also just say on the doctor side of things, so in Canada, one of the small drawbacks of our health system is that there is a big backlog for getting a family doctor. So I had not seen one in a very, very long time. And I finally have one. All the news is basically good news. There's like one minor thing they just wanted to sort of double check on when for the return visit. And to be honest, the return visit might just be getting the billings in, right? But with that in mind, I'm taking the opportunity now that I have access to healthcare to make sure that I stay healthy and continue to do streams for all of you. So it's not like an urgent thing for the doctor tomorrow, but I am I'm taking the opportunity. But I'll just set a few expectations for the upcoming days. I know we're in the Christmas season now, so this will be a long goodbye for those of you. I just wanted to be clear that there wouldn't be any more XCOM for tonight. So I really enjoyed doing this. I was also really happy. There's a number of you who came in, either first-time chatters, whether you are here for XCOM or whether you are here to just sort of say like the Weather Factory stuff that I do. So that would be Cultist Simulator and Book of Hours. I always really appreciate it. Not for me, Olaf, but I'm actually also particularly glad you got to see all of this. So you're often the one I'm thinking of when it comes to the late starts to streams. So I'm glad that you got a chance to see my first encounter with the Chosen fight. So I know I've been doing some Outlast Trials recently. I really do enjoy that game, but I'm also conscious of the fact that may be asking a bit too much for the audience. So I'm not going to rule out streaming it in future. I have, for those of you that do like it, I have been streaming it on the Discord channel when I get a chance. But the biggest thing is that because there was a big winter event going on, I wanted to at least do a bit of that and show off the new material in the update. But I can also enjoy that on my own time and maybe do that as a Discord stream. So we're going to be back to the regular rotation of XCOM on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then Cyberpunk 2077 on Fridays. As always, if I'm not feeling it one day or another, I reserve the right to switch it around. Better to do a game that we enjoy rather than one that is sort of being done under protest. But my intention is to do XCOM 2 to the finish, and of course, because of all the reloading that I do, we know we're going to see a victory. It's the reason I do the reloading that I do, because as much as I enjoy the challenge of XCOM, I also know I'm going to feel really bad if I can't actually see this thing to the finish. I do have a few ideas in mind about what I will be doing after we finish Cyberpunk and XCOM, but I figure I might as well say those for the time that I do them. But the last thing I wanted to say is, obviously next week we will be enjoying Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I noticed that the stream falls on Christmas Eve. I do intend to stream on Christmas Eve. I may do a special game for that. It may not be XCOM 2 just because, Christmas Eve is going to be a time when people may or may not make the stream, but it could also be XCOM 2. It kind of depends on what the plans are. And traditionally, I have done on Christmas Day some kind of a stream, and usually that's involved reading at least one Christmas story. I definitely have a Christmas story in mind, so barring something to keep me from streaming on that day, I do intend to broadcast. However, I do also have sort of the obligation of, making sure that I call family and making sure that everybody, at least hears Merry Christmas from me before I tuck into streaming. So I will do my best. Usually Twitter, I'll maybe just write something on the Discord as well, because I know people don't necessarily want to be on Twitter for this, but it's the Die Hard script. I mean, okay, so for those of you who like the Die Hard as a Christmas movie discourse, I always feel that the optimal strategy for that one is to show that you're mad, bad, and dangerous to know by saying that your favorite Christmas movie is Eyes Wide Shut, which I turned down an opportunity to watch on Friday on the big screen. I really wanted to, but I was hosting somebody from the UK. Actually, the people I was, not the people I went to like dinner with, not my friends, but some work colleagues from that trip to the UK, Olaf. So it was the other shoe dropping. But no, it's actually, I will say, I don't want to give it... I think if I say the author's name, I'm going to give it away, but it's one that I don't think... It's a famous author. It's an author I'm actually very fond of. And I did not realize that this author had written a Christmas story. It's a relatively short one, too, but I was quite charmed by it when I read it, and so I wanted to make sure that I did that on Christmas Day this year. But yeah, I'll try and make sure, Twitter, the Discord, all those different places. I'll try and say when I roughly think I'm going to be broadcasting. But the intention absolutely is to make sure that to make sure that I do a stream, and to do specifically a Christmas stream. And of course, that is not intended to draw you all from your own families and celebrations. That is Marcus Aurelius did Christmas stories. I didn't know. Maybe I'll read you some Marcus Aurelius just for that comment there. But no, I think people will be happy with the result, and we don't need to stick with just one, and in fact we don't even need to stick with stuff that is new. I'm happy to read some of the old favorites again. But as a final act, sadly we don't get to hear the wonderful soundtrack to XCOM. I'm going to take a moment here and find someone to host. We have... I don't always get a chance to do this. So it is D-Pain is currently streaming, so... D-Pain is a broadcaster I actually know through another broadcaster who doesn't really do Twitch anymore. She goes by the name Apocalypse. They host a podcast called the Pointless Discourse podcast. And they basically by the way, I noticed that Twitch is saying it's suggesting that I collaborate with System Chalk. It is recommending me as a collaborator. Cool. It is D-Pain. So I know him through this podcast. They've invited me as a guest a couple of times. It's very often meant that I kind of come on and talk about science fiction stories and movies quite a bit. They are really they're a really nice pair to hang out with. And It is D-Pain will usually host me with a bunch of other people. But I don't get a chance to host him as often. So I definitely wanted to send you all to him. It says Tabletop RPG, so he may be doing some sort of group RPG thing. But I think he is a wonderful individual to leave you all with. I will be back Wednesday for some more XCOM 2. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. It sounds like some of you are watching some of the YouTube material. And for the rest of you sticking on Twitch, enjoy D-Pain. Take care.